Best Personnel was established in 1995. We're a healthcare recruitment company specialising in nurses, dentists and pharmacists. We're licensed by the Irish Department of Enterprise and Employment. We're a limited company. Typical day, we meet people in the office. They come along by appointment, usually with their CVs. We go out to employers here in Ireland, nursing homes, hospitals, talk to them. The function of the office in Porto is to get us very good candidates. The reason we chose Porto is really the Portuguese people. The standard of English is fantastic there. They have a great work ethic. They're very sincere, work-oriented people, and our choice was very correct. The Portuguese people we've placed in Ireland and England have been a resounding success.
Well, in common with most economies in the Western world, we've seen a considerable downturn in the Irish economy, and things are pretty much at a lowish ebb right now. And this has affected the nature of recruitment for nurses within the Irish market. In recent times, we've seen a freeze essentially in relation to public sector recruitment in the Irish nursing market, although we do still seem to see pockets of activity in the private nursing sector. Basically, Best Personnel has made its emphasis even more international than it has been the case in the past. So current emphasis would be very much on recruitment of dentists into the UK, primarily they're being sourced in the Portuguese market and also in Spain.
The first step is to email us a CV, and then we'll set up a meeting with you here in Ashgrove House. We will give you the forms for the Irish Nursing Board. You send them off. You will be asked for various documents. You will have to provide originals, your birth cert, your marriage cert, your documents to prove you're actually a nurse. Once you're registered, then we will see what relevant jobs there are for you to go for interviews for. Well, each one has their own registration process. You get onto the registration authority in the country that you're interested in. Well, Ireland has had a recession, as we all know. Recruitment hasn't been hit as hard as many of the other sectors, but of course it's very slowed down. There's an embargo on public recruitment. The pharmacy world, I think, is about to change considerably in Ireland. The government have brought about some big changes. The salaries were very high for pharmacists. They were about 80,000. I think they're going to come down maybe 40% at this point. At the moment in the UK, there are great opportunities for dentists all over the UK. In fact, they have to, of course, register with the GDC. They've got to do a language test. The rewards are immense. They earn about 80 to 100,000 sterling per year. They work as associate dentists. There are some jobs, of course. Yesterday, for example, we managed to place a director of nursing in a nursing home here in Dublin, and she will earn €80,000 per year with a bonus of 30% on that base of 80,000.
I would advise to the other people to register to the nursing board before coming in Ireland. It's good for save money and time. Also, would be better found first the accommodation and then the job, so you can work close to where you live. And it's good also take some English lesson before coming in Ireland, so you will have more job opportunities.
If you're coming to Ireland, be willing to do a good job and just let time work for itself, and I'm sure that in a couple of months you will be having more offers for the job that you were looking for, really.
Vacancies still continue to exist in Ireland, and but as I said, principally in the private sector. But the level of vacancies is very much reduced. I suppose the attractiveness of the Irish nursing market is essentially that income levels on an international comparison basis still continue to be high in Ireland. It's just that the vacancies weren't there that we saw, for example, in the years up to probably 2008. So what I would say to people who are nursing currently in Ireland is that income levels are good, but opportunities are less available. In terms of the UK market, which is another important area for ourselves, there are a lot of vacancies right now, but income levels are typically lower than would be the case in Ireland. However, the advantages are that there are positions in public hospitals in England and Great Britain generally, and also opportunities to obtain training and experience, which is very, very valuable.
Some places will demand a formal English exam, for example the IELTS. A nurse will need 6.5 in general and 7 in spoken. But realistically, for any job you'll have to pass an interview, even if it's just a telephone interview, and you won't pass it if your English is not very good. Even if you are a new grad and you've got no job, it would be a good idea to do some voluntary work. The employers tend to say, oh, we don't want to meet new grads, we only want people with a year or two's experience. We found recently on a Portuguese recruitment trip, we had employers from the UK, they said no new grads, and in the end they hired 2 new grads purely because of these candidates had done voluntary work, the dint of their personality, their excellent English, they got job offers in London. It's a good time for people who have a transferable profession, which of course all medical trained people do, doctors, dentists, nurses, pharmacists. Great opportunity to build up some really good clinical experience in a very different setting. Good time too for an adventure. When you come back, things will be different, and then you can choose the employer that you want.